Growers are confronted with many challenges as they manage their crops, such as inclement weather, labor issues, product supply shortages, and constant invasions of unwanted pests. At NView, we provide growers with the latest tools they need to mitigate damage from unwanted pests, insects, mites, diseases, and weeds. In terms of overall costs, the number one pest expense in a nursery is weed control. University experts estimate the cost of weed control in a container-grown nursery to be greater than $4,000 per acre, which includes labor and chemical costs. Weeds can be controlled by hand weeding, which requires the use of valuable labor inputs, or treating weeds with post-emergence herbicides, which is very time-consuming, or with the timely application of preventative or pre-emergence herbicides. Key among those tools are products like Marengo and Marengo G, which provide effective, broad-spectrum weed control for up to 8 months with a single application. Like any pest management tool, pre-emergence herbicides must be applied properly to deliver the intended benefits of long-lasting, broad-spectrum control. Before an application is made, let's review the basics of how a pre-emergence herbicide works and how to select the best product for your region. Pre-emergence herbicides are applied to the surface of the soil to create a uniform barrier of control that prevents germinating weed seeds from emerging. Growers have a range of pre-emergence herbicides to select from. Depending on the grower's physical location, region, and the timing of the application, season, a grower should select an herbicide that will best control the weeds they confront at their nursery. To get the best performance from a pre-emergence herbicide, whether it is applied in granular form or a liquid spray, it must be applied uniformly to the soil surface at the correct rate. To ensure that the herbicide is applied properly, applicators must first calibrate their application equipment and process. The first step in the calibration process is to read the label. The label offers valuable product information on required personal protection equipment, also known as PPE, product use rates, directions for use, and precautions. Let's start with the calibration of a liquid pre-emergence application. In this example, we will calibrate a liquid application using a backpack sprayer. Calibrating a single spray wand attached to a long hose from a sprayer would use the same calibration process. The amount of spray solution applied to an area is influenced by 3 factors: the type of spray nozzle used, the operating spray pressure, measured in pounds per square inch or PSI, and the walking speed of the applicator. To begin, measure out a practice area that is a 50-foot by 20-foot rectangle, which equals 1,000 square feet. Select a flat fan spray nozzle that creates an even distribution pattern, such as the T-Jet EVS series, with an 80-degree spray angle as depicted here. The EVS series nozzle does not require overlapped spray swaths. Each spray swath should be immediately adjacent to the previous swath or edge to edge. At a spray nozzle spray height of 15 to 18 inches, the spray swath should be approximately 18 to 20 inches wide. For calibration purposes, you can use plain water. Set spray pressure around 25 to 40 psi. Maintain the spray nozzle height at 15 to 18 inches above the surface being treated. Measure exactly 3 gallons of plain water into your backpack sprayer. Treat the practice area, being careful to maintain a consistent spray nozzle height, even pressure, and constant walking speed. Walking speed should be a comfortable pace, approximately 2.5 miles per hour. Once you are finished treating the practice area, empty the remaining water in the backpack sprayer into a measuring pitcher. Pump out any water remaining in the spray wand into the measuring pitcher. Subtract this amount in ounces from 384 ounces or 3 gallons. This is the amount of water used to treat 1,000 square feet by the applicator. 1,000 square feet is 1/43 or 0.023 of an acre. If you multiply the intended rate, ounces, of Marengo per acre times 0.023, that is the amount of Marengo, ounces, to add to the volume of water sprayed in the calibration exercise to treat 1,000 square feet. Now that you have calibrated the proper rate of Marengo to add to your sprayer, just remember to keep a consistent walking speed, spray swath, and spray pressure as you are making your treatments. Now let's discuss how to calibrate a granular Marengo G pre-emergence herbicide treatment. As with a liquid pre-emergence herbicide treatment, granular applications must go on uniformly over the intended area to be treated at the proper rate. Factors that influence the rate of a granular herbicide are the spreader flow control, the spreader impeller speed, also called the crank handle speed, and applicator walking speed. To begin the calibration exercise, mark off an empty area, the same width and length of a typical production bed. Since actual granular herbicide will be used in the calibration process, Pick an area where an application of herbicide can be tolerated. A weight scale and calibration trays will be needed for the calibration procedure. We suggest that untrained applicators practice walking with an empty spreader, opening the flow control smoothly several times before actually applying any granular herbicide. Emphasize to applicators that they don't stop or slow down, but try to keep an even walking pace. Place 3 to 5 calibration trays in the test area. Add Marengo G to the spreader hopper and place the filled spreader on the scale. Record the weight. University research has shown that treating a nursery bed in 2 directions offers the best distribution of herbicide granules. This technique is slower because it involves walking up an aisle, turning around, then returning down the same aisle in the opposite direction. This technique provides a more uniform distribution of the granular herbicide and ultimately better weed control. Treat the test area, up and down each side of the marked area. Reweigh the spreader. Subtract this amount from the original weight. The difference is the amount of herbicide applied. Check the calibration trays for uniformity and quantity. Repeat this process, adjusting the flow control setting to get to the desired application rate. Carefully calibrating your Marengo applications is an important step to a successful pre-emergence herbicide treatment. Additionally, new research shows that split applications of Marengo G 6 to 8 weeks apart provide enhanced control compared to a single application at the highest rate. For additional details on the study, see our Marengo G product page at the website listed below or ask your NView area sales manager for a copy. NView is proud to bring the latest pest management innovations to ornamental growers. Make sure to get the most out of our products by taking the time to properly calibrate and apply them.